Afternoon, everyone. It is Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, and I am super excited to be here crafting with you again today. So I have been missing in action a little bit because I've been so busy behind the scenes, but this is the most enjoyable part other than my in-person classes. This is the most enjoyable part of my job, is coming and hanging out with you and crafting with you all. So as you may know, brand new. Sorry, there's something started out in my lounge and I need to stop that. Sorry about that. The crafty cat must have must have trod on the laptop computer and decided to start the YouTube video. So welcome once again. So sorry, I apologize. Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, Australia, and I'm going to showcase this beautiful new suite that we have called the Kintsugi Suite. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. The Kintsugi Suite. So it's a Japanese type of aesthetic to the suite. And there's the crafty cat. He has just decided to enter the craft room. So he's here hanging out. So I know a lot of you have been asking, how's Theo going? He's fine. He's hanging out. He's having a lovely time. He might get a little bit eager this afternoon because he'll get hungry and he'll want dinner. But welcome everybody joining. Please, when you join, when you get the notification, jump in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And please feel free to give me the thumbs up and like and share this video if you love what I do. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the fun, awesome craftiness. So I come live to you. I used to come live 5 days a week. I'm going to cut it back to probably about 3 days a week. I know I've only been live. This is the second time this week, but I have been busy with in-person classes. But I'm going to try and come live 3 times a week, and I'm changing up the time a little bit. So let me know in the comments whether the afternoon session suits you better, or whether the morning sessions, I may have to do 1 morning session and 2 afternoon sessions, but we will see how we go. So welcome. I can see quite a few of you are jumping in, so I'm super excited that you are here. You missed me, Sue. I'm so glad you missed me. So who have we got on? We have Kerry. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Sheila. Sheila, lovely to hang out with you. Sheila said that she's been missing me and she can't wait to see what I'm going to do. Leanne, welcome. Belinda, lovely to see you. Josie, lovely to see you. Nicole from over Perth Way, other side of Australia, welcome. Beryl, lovely to see you, Beryl. Glad you can come and watch. And Sue, I'm glad you've missed me. Lynn, welcome from Texas. Lovely to see you. And Dawn, lovely to see you. So we are going to play a little bit with the Kintsugi Suite this afternoon. Hey, Lynn. Gee, so long since we've seen each other, like yesterday. Lynn is one of my in-person class attendees, so it was super, super fun to get together with the Crafty clan again yesterday. It was so nice to be able to craft in person. And I know that the girls were missing the classes because we had a class really early in May. So in case you don't know why I've been missing in action, I was overseas on my incentive trip, and I need to put that disclaimer out there. Less than 0.1% of the company achieve the high levels that we do and be able to earn these trips. But I went to Orlando on the incentive trip with Stampin' Up, and then from Orlando I went and spent 4 nights with my friend Marcy Bessica in California. She's just near Fresno. She's in a place called Clovis. So I went and stayed with Marcy, and it was Marcy and Rick were awesome. They took us around everywhere. And then from there, they put us back on a train and a bus to go back to Los Angeles. And we stayed in West Hollywood in Los Angeles, and we spent 3 nights there, which was the start of our 12-day tour. And our 12-day tour, we went to Palm Springs, Scottsdale. I'm trying to think of all the places we went to, the Grand Canyon, Las Vegas, Williamstown, no, Williams. It was just called Williams. Sedona, Sonora. There were so many places that we went to. Ended up then through the Yosemites, and then from the Yosemites ended up in San Francisco. So it was a really fun, awesome trip. So nice to be able to see that part of America and to be able to be on Route 66 and listening to the story of Route 66. And for us here in Australia, I mean, there's many songs that come out of, many country songs that come out of America, which you all know that I'm a country music lover. And I like the country music that my children like, which they're in their 20s, and we all like the same music. Of course, my father sings country and Western music, but not the same era as what we actually listen to. But it was so nice to be able to experience the things that they talk about in their songs, in the lyrics of their songs, and to be able to be over there and experience it. It was absolutely such a wonderful experience. So it's been very hard to come back down to earth and get back into work. And of course, I've been away for like a whole month, for 4 weeks. So 4 weeks is a long time to be away from what you normally do, because if you knew the enormity of what I do every week in my business, you can imagine being away for 4 weeks, how I'm so far behind at the moment. But I'm getting there, slowly getting there. But I've got many, many jobs to do. I've got my 2-day craft retreat, which I'm super, super looking forward to next week. Now, if there is anyone out there that is interested in purchasing the 2-day craft retreat as a retreat in a box, you can scan the QR code there. It's not too late. I can order your products. I don't send the retreats in a box out until I've held the in-person retreat. So the in-person retreat is next weekend, the 28th and 29th of June. Now, if you are someone that lives locally and were really thinking that you wanted to attend and you were thinking it's too late, I can work something out for you. I physically can work. I've got space for you. Okay. We can work out the product. We can work out everything. I probably won't have time now to be able to get the product, but you can borrow my product. So anyway, we can sort it out. But if you wanted to do that, please scan the QR code there. There is actually a link in the description of the video as well. Now, I just wanted to talk briefly about a couple of things that I've got happening. So the next thing that I've got coming up is my July card buffet. Now, the card buffet is an in-person experience. So if you're someone that lives the Scenic Rim area, you live Ipswich area, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Northern New South Wales, this is absolutely such a fun event. It is a social event where we get together, we create 8 cards. It costs you $55. You only have to bring just your normal tools and adhesives. There's no cutting involved as far as cardstock or anything. I do all that for you. There's no die cutting. All you've got to do is stamp and assemble 8 beautiful cards. So it's a great fun social event. So if you want to come and hang out with some crafty people and get into that crafty vibe, then definitely the card buffets are the way to go. You can scan the QR code there on the screen, or you can actually use the link that's down in the description below. It is $55. You get a light lunch, and you get all the supplies, the card kits to make 8 cards, and you use all of my stamps, all of my ink pads. So you really only just bring your blocks and your adhesives and your tools that you would normally craft with. So super, super fun, casual experience. And we have tea and coffee going the whole time. It's from 9:30 until 1 p.m. And that gives you heaps of time to make the 8 cards. So it's super, super, such a fun event. So registration will be closing for that in a couple of weeks. So if you're interested, please jump on and register. The link is also in the description. Now, I just wanted to talk to you about the bingo event. Now, this bingo event, I haven't done one for a while, but I can tell you they used to be a very, very popular event because you get to win shopping sprees with me. Who wouldn't want a shopping spree with me? Now, you can attend in person or you can attend online. So it's going to be an event that no matter where you live in Australia, you can attend. So you will get card kits to make 4 beautiful cards. And I am going to use the Flora one with the washi tape. So it's going to be, I'm trying to think of what the name of it is. If anyone knows what the name, hang on, and I'll see if I can quickly. I know the last words of it is Flora. it is called Extraordinary Flora. That's what it's called. So I will be using the stamp and the die set, but all of the embellishments, all of the flowers and the washi tape and all of the embellishments and the card kits will be supplied for you. I will do all that cutting, okay? So you actually will only need a stamp set to be able to stamp sentiments. So you're not actually going to need the stamp set. If you wanted to recreate some of them, then yes, you could purchase the bundle and you could purchase the washi tape, but you will get card kits to make 4 cards, and it costs $60 to play, but there'll be 4 prizes that will be given away. Now, I need a minimum of at least 20 people to sign up for the bingo to go ahead. So if you've signed up for the bingo, unless I get 20 people to be able to do it. So please, I'm talking faster than you can hear, Lynn. Please think about the cards and bingo night. It is absolutely superb. So that's actually happening on the 31st of July. So it's on Thursday, the 31st. It will be held via a Zoom call. It will be streamed live onto YouTube, and it will also be an in-person event. So if you want to come and hang out with me and craft with me, you can come here and craft with me. Now, the cutoff for that will be in about 2 weeks' time, for the simple fact that I want to try and get your card kits out so you can craft along with me. If you don't get your kit on time, it's okay. You'll be able to come back and watch the replay of the video to be able to recreate the 4 beautiful cards. So you can scan the QR code there on the screen, or you can actually use the link in the description down below. That's about all. The only other thing is the 3-day album scrapbooking retreat. I'm holding that in person. So if you purchase the retreat off me, then I will open up my craft studio for you to come and hang out with me for the 3 days and actually do your album retreat. So how the album retreat works, I actually opened up the box there in my first video when I was back. There's so many things in that retreat. Like, I know that everyone looks at the price and they think, do I want to outlay that amount of money? It is worth the money time and time again. It works out about $25 per double layout. Now, if you went to a class, you would be paying more than $25 for a double page layout for a class. So it's just that you're buying it all at once, but you can spread it out. You don't have to do it all in the 3 days. You can do what you can do in the 3 days, but everything is in your kit. Everything is in your kit. They are doing all of the cutting of all the designer series paper. There's so much that they have done in preparation for this that it's going to be very easy crafting. And when I say very easy crafting, relaxed and not stressful, because you're not going to be worrying about measurements and things as far as cutting the designer series paper. So if you're interested in that, you can purchase a kit from me. If you want to purchase the kit but you can't attend in person, you can still purchase the kit. You will get access to the videos in a Facebook group, and you'll also get the video links. After the event is over, they're going to upload the videos to YouTube, and you will get the video links to be able to go back and watch the videos and craft along with them. And the beauty of the videos is too, they're going to be holding the videos live, but then they're going to be uploading those live videos to YouTube. So when you've got the recorded versions of those videos, you'll be able to start and stop them. So if they're crafting and they're normally pretty good, but if they're crafting and they're going too fast, then you'll be able to stop the video if it's the recording, and be able to catch up and then restart it again when you want to do the next step. So that's about all I wanted to chat about, because we want to hang out and craft. I mean, that's what we're here for, isn't it? So today I am using, let me pop the camera down. So today I'm using the Inspiring Imperfections. Now, I showed, this is all I've got left of the designer series paper, unfortunately. I've got hardly anything of it left because I used it for my scrapbooking class. But it was actually what the Kintsugi is about, is what happened in Japan when they have a lot of fine bone china, and it tends to be able to be easily broken. So instead of wasting, if someone knocked over a vase and broke it and cracked it, what they actually used to do was pick up the pieces, glue them all back together, and then to cover up where the cracks were, they used to actually put some gold, some gold, well, I don't actually know what they used, but a little bit like LED lighting, something like that, over where they actually made the cracks to cover up the cracks. So then it actually turned into this beautiful looking vases like these ones here. So you can see here, down here. So say that vase all cracked apart, then they would glue it together, and then to cover up where the glue was, they had those gold accents on it to cover up the glue. So I wanted to show you, it's got a beautiful stamp set. It's also got the dies that go with it. Now the dies, everyone asks me this all the time with the designer series paper. Do the dies cut out the pots on the designer series paper? And yes, they do. They cut out that pot. They cut out that pot there. They cut out that flower. And that's about it. So they cut out the 2-size pots, and they also cut out the flower. So out of that piece, we could actually just go ahead and cut out some of those, and they could be the accents on our pot. So actually, oh, now I think about it, I wanted to get some gold paper, but anyway, so then there is let's pop those dies away so I don't get those lost. And then there is, of course, the embossing folder here. And the embossing folder, as you can see, it's got these gorgeous patterns, but then it's got this gorgeous gold accent. So what I thought we might do is, that's what we need to do there. So what I thought we might do is use a little bit of Versamark, and we might emboss a piece of cardstock. So I have a bit of a thought, but you know me, I fly by the seat of my pants. Like I make a decision, I'm going to do something, and I just go for it. But so I'm going to grab some cardstock here. So I've got some Very Vanilla cardstock. So I'm going to grab a piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm hoping this is going to work. This is the first time I'm doing it live here on a YouTube video. So wish me luck. We can hope that it works out what I think I'm going to do. But anyway, we will soon see. So I'm just going to cut a layer that would go on the front of my card. There and there. And I think I'm going to do a petal pink card base. So I'm going to grab that out while I'm going. I might actually cut 2 of those so that I've got one for the insert as what have I done here? That one's 5.5. Oh, I don't know what I was doing then. I don't know where I was measuring, but anyway. So I've got 2 layers. I've got one for the front, one for the insert. I might keep that for the sentiment. I'm not quite sure just yet. And I will cut a card base out of my petal pink. You love this sweet, Leslie? Yeah. I mean, this is my first play with it. So I'll let you know my thoughts after I've played with it today. When I say it's my first play, I love the paper. So I've already played with the paper. So I know I love the paper. But this is my first play with the actual suite itself and the stamp and die set. All right. So what I actually want to do is I want to have the raised, or should I say the embossed part of this embossing folder. I want to have it with Versamark, and I want to emboss in gold. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take one of those pieces of cardstock. I'm going to use my embossing buddy on it. Okay, so we've got no oily fingerprints or anything on there. I'm going to grab some Versamark. Just bear with me while I find my Versamark, because I packed everything up here the other day. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take the raised side of this embossing folder. And what that's going to do is the raised side is what's going to go onto this layer, and we're going to be able to emboss. So I'm going to ink up the raised side, which is the side that has the Stampin' Up emblem on it. Okay, so I'm going to ink that up with my Versamark. Now, after you do this, you will want to wash your embossing folder to get rid of that Versamark out of it. So then I'm going to lay that down on there carefully, and I'm going to close that. Then I'm going to run that through my cut and emboss. So let's bring that in. And of course, it's a 3D embossing folder. So we're going to use the combination for a 3D embossing folder, which is our base plate, number 1, and just our grey plate, okay, which is our number 4. I think it is, yes, number 4. Okay, so I'm going to put that embossing folder now with my cardstock through, with the fold going through first, put the grey impressions plate on top, and we're going to run that through. Okay, so once we get that out of our embossing folder, we're then going to emboss with our gold. So let's bring in, where's my gold? There it is. Let's bring in our little embossing tray. We've got our gold, and I'll get my heat tool in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to take that out. And I'm going to sprinkle some gold over the top. Okay. And I'm going to pick up with my tweezers. Hang on. I just sprinkled the embossing on the wrong side. Hang on, let's try that again. Let's go again. Now we should be right. I was thinking to myself, that didn't come out the way I wanted it to. It could be a total flop, so you never know. Okay, now. All right, that's looking quite good. Let me dip it in there again, a little bit more. It's looking not bad. Now I've got to be careful where I hold it with my tweezers. I might just hold it in there. Okay. Now let's grab our heat tool and we will heat that up, and hopefully that's plugged in. I think it is. Okay, so now when I emboss, I like to heat from behind. So and we're on the number 2 heat setting. There we go. So can you see what that's doing? It's giving us a gold embossed look over that entire layer. Oh, you haven't been well, Nicole. Okay, so I'm getting that gorgeous gold look all over that layer. Now, I don't care that it's not even. My whole purpose to this was to really showcase how gorgeous this embossing folder is. Now, you could do it the reverse way as well. If you put the Versamark on the opposite side, so not the emblem side, the opposite side, you would have the pieces that are all down and indented, you would have those embossed. Okay, so that's about all of it done. All right, let's take that off. Every time I put my heat tool down, I disappear my screen off. So there you go. Look at that. What do you think? Every time I emboss, I get that aha moment. Don't you agree? Like every time you emboss, you get the aha moment. Now, if you don't have the Embossing Editions toolkit, I'm telling you, it's a must, because now I can just pop all of my embossing powder back into my little jar, and I haven't wasted it. I can use the brush to brush out any excess that wants to stay in there. Now, I'll tell you a trick. I have more than one of these Embossing Editions toolkits, so I have one specifically just for white, because you don't want your gold embossing powder to mix in with your white. So my suggestion is, if you can afford it, buy two. But if you're a part of my team and you get a discount, then it doesn't matter. You get a discount on it. I always say to people, best way to buy Stampin' Up is to join my Wild Heart Crafters team. All right, there we go. So we have a gorgeous layer there ready to go on top. All right, I think I might, let's fold that. I think I might add another little piece on the front of our petal pink, just to go on the front of this, because look at that. Doesn't that just look gorgeous with the petal pink? What do you think? What are your thoughts? I think it just goes really well with the petal pink and the Very Vanilla. Oh, I've lost my screen again. There we go. Okay. All right. So your son wants to comment on what you're doing, Donna. Your son can comment quite. If he wants to comment, let him comment, Kerry, as long as it's going to be a good comment. All right. So I thought what I might do is, seeing as I've got these pots out, I thought, why not cut a couple of these pots out? So let's use the dies and we can cut some of those out. What does he want to ask me, Kerry? Where did I put the dies? There they are. All right. Now, if I can find a bit of, I wonder, do I have a bit of gold here? I'm going to say if I can find a bit of gold, scrap of gold cardstock, because I wanted to actually cut out those dies to see what they look like too. Now, when I'm going to cut out something like this out of some designer series paper, I tend to try and just pick a couple of pots of what I want to cut out. And I think I want to cut out these, maybe this one, and possibly one of the pink ones, I think. So that one and a pink one. So I might grab the pink one here. Or we might do the flower and, why not? Let's do the flower and the pot. Okay, so I've got 3 pieces there that I can cut out. I could possibly cut another flower out. We might have a couple of flowers. Why not? There we go. All right. So we'll bring in the cut and emboss again, and we'll cut out those out of the design series paper. All right, that. And let's pop those on. So we'll do that. I need to grab the other die for that one. Now, typically, you would normally use some washi tape or something to hold these in place. You know me. I'm just going to hold my mouth in the correct stance and see. Hopefully they won't move. All right, run those through. I'm going to check behind and see if I've got any of the gold foil in a little bit. Now let's grab the flower. Oh, okay. So Cynthia's saying that she's going to share us a story about this suite. All right. I'm glad you could catch me live too. So please feel free to share back over onto your social media. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that share button down below and share it back over onto Facebook so we can get more people to come and hang out with us. Although we're not doing too bad. We've got 40 people here watching us, so that's all right. I'm interested to see what Cynthia's next entry is going to say. All right, so we've got that one. And I'll cut out another little flower. So even if you didn't buy the stamp set, you just bought the dies, you could physically create some gorgeous cards by cutting out some of the elements out of the designer series paper. Or if you're a really good fussy cutter, you could physically fussy cut them out. All right. Okay. So we've got a few cute little pots. Let's see if we can possibly, we might be able to do, I wonder will it work? Let's try the embossing folder the other way. I wanted to showcase both ways for you. So let's try the embossing folder the other way on a piece of Petal Pink. I've just decided I want to do something a little bit different as well. So let's just cut that one. We'll say it's not actually going to be the right size. I'll cut it to a smaller, oh, we might cut it to a smaller size now. Let's do 3 by 4. 3 by 4. This is just going to be something to ground the pots on that front layer. But I want to try the embossing folder the other way. So we did it on the on this side. Let's try it on this side this time. Okay. So let's ink that up. And I want to try and get that this bit here. So let's try. I actually thought it should have worked the other way. I'm going to try it both sides so that we can see. I'm going to try it both sides. Is this showing that I'm unsure which side I want to use? We might try it both sides and we'll emboss and see what we get. Okay. Okay. Let's pop it in because I want it to be right in that part there. And let's emboss again. Okay, so your 18-year-old son just returned last night from a 2-week school trip to Japan. Before they had left, I shared the tradition of the Kintsugi with all of the students and adults. Challenge them, more to come. Okay. When I seen this suite at Onstage, I was totally, yeah, I was so amazed with this suite. All right, let's see if this one works. I'm trying to get a certain effect. Okay. It's that side there that I want the effect on, so I'm hoping that this time it's worked. But I feel like it's going to go the other way again. Anyway, we're going to emboss both sides this time and see what we get. I'm just giving myself options. Yeah, I know. It's like, what in the world is she doing? She has no idea. I just wanted to see what it looks both doing it either way. Giving myself some extra options. That way. Or this way. Just doesn't seem to want to work this way. It's not working the way I thought I wanted it to work. Anyway, we will emboss that and see what we get. To look for items that were repaired by this tradition, yeah? Well, my son didn't look for any. Boys, I'm offering scrapbooking nights to the group in July, and I hope those... So you wanted him to take photos of it? This is going to emboss on both sides anyway, so it doesn't really matter which way I'm holding this. I'm offering scrapbooking nights to the group in July, and I hope those that participate will have pictures or stories to share with me, but their findings or lack of thereof. I'll share any future stories when you get any. That sounds awesome. Cynthia, are you a school teacher? Yes. So is that yes to you're a school teacher? Because I was going to say it sounded like what a school teacher would come up with. Okay, well, there you go. That's with both sides done. I was actually trying to get it that it just went down into that groove, like one of the graphics that is on our website, but I think you would actually have to have like a Versamark pen or something to be able to get it to do that. But you can see there, it's really given it the look of that being not embossed. So the piece that went down, or you've got that side there. So it's probably going to be a bit much to do on both sides. And we're probably not going to see the pots. It was a great, oh, it's actually not too bad. Well, you know what? If we back it with some, ooh, that's starting to come together. Let's do that. Let's back it with a bit of petal pink. So Theodore's now in here around my legs. I'm assuming he started to get hungry. I'm assuming his stomach is starting to growl because he's now down and around my legs. Now, do we want to use this side? Okay, tell me. A or B? A or B? We're going to put the pots over the top. So should we use A side or B side? This is B side, what we're looking at now. I'm going to pop some flowers in here. A or B? So this is B side. This is A side. Type it in and let me know. A or B? Okay. Christine's saying A. So this is A. This is B. Leslie's saying A. So that's 2 for this side. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm reading Cynthia's. I wonder if you took Versamark ink and used. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lynn. I think you're going to have to put it down into that groove. So everyone's saying A. Everyone's saying this side. Well, we've got 5A. We've got 1B. Kerry said B, but everyone else has said A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, A is it. A got it. Sorry, A is that side. All right. So we will adhere that to our petal pink layer with my glue if it wants to come out. If it doesn't want to come out, we'll use a new one. Let's throw that one away. This one's a new one. It doesn't want to come out either. Yes, it does. Now, when you've embossed and when you've got all of these grooves, really use it a bit extra glue to normal and get it out close to the edge, not too far to the edge. You don't want it to ooze out the edges, but you need it to be able to sink down into all of those grooves. So let's layer that on there, and I'm probably going to get a block and set a big block on this to adhere that in down. And don't take any notice of how dirty my block is. It's very dirty. 1 cat smooching around your legs is nice. 2 not so good. Then they fight. That's really bad. Yes, well, there's no fighting here for this one. I mean, the only fighting he'd be doing is with me. Fighting with me because I'm not taking the notice of him that he wants me to. But that's why I figured if I go, oops, a daisy. If I go live at 4, then by the time I'm finished my live, it should be time to feed him. So he might get a little bit keen to eat. I did a bit of a mess there, so I'm just going to have to drag that off to the edge so I can put it into my tray. So if you ever do that, that's the tray is still good. You can pop it back into the tray, sweep it back into the tray, and then put it back into your container. So I didn't lose it. I just had to move that desk mat. Okay. I had too much of it in the lid. Embossing powder everywhere, people. I mean, who can emboss without getting it everywhere anyway? My challenge for myself is to get the suite as soon as it's available again. So I'll have it for the scrapbooking nights. Okay, so Cynthia, whereabouts are you from? Because it's back in stock today here in Australia. So that's why I'm doing a video on it tonight, because I wasn't going to do a video on it if it wasn't in stock. But it has come back in stock here in Australia again. Okay. All right. You love the embossing? I know. Like my desk is feeling gritty and dusty, but anyway, it's all good. All right. So now that I've got that adhered down, I'm then going to arrange my gorgeous pots and I'm going to pop them up. Now I want to take a sentiment out of here. Oh, I like the words "you inspire me." There is beauty in your history. I know you'll get through this and be stronger for it. For helping me through a difficult time, I'm here for you. I think you inspire me. I think that sounds quite nice. So let's try and find that. You inspire me. Right there. Now, I'm going to show you a cheating trick here. When you don't want to emboss again, but you want to have something that's going to match, we can either use the, we could use Petal Pink, but I don't want to use Petal Pink. I'm actually going to use Crumb Cake on the Very Vanilla and ink that up. I'm going to use my Pierce mat, which I had out here at one stage. Where did I put it? I had it on my desk ready to go because I wanted to use it. But anyway, we'll have to go without the mouse pad, the Pierce mat. You and my crumb cake is definitely needing to be re-inked, but that's pretty good. You inspire me. Now I'm going to say, Oklahoma, yeah. Yeah, okay. But you also too, Cynthia, you now have, do you have the, when it's back in stock, they will email you? I think you have that option on your website. I know they said that, I don't know whether the option's available here in the South Pacific, but it's very close to being available here for us in the South Pacific. I haven't tried it yet, but I think they were introducing it here this week. All right, so you inspire me. Now on the inside, I think what I want to do is I want to do just a picture of one of those pots, and I am going to struggle without my Pierce mat, and I can't believe it because did I put it in my drawer? No. I had it. Oh, there it is under my desk. Oh, can I get it? Yes, I can. Oh, got it. I knew I had it here. So I'm going to do a combination of these pots. So I'll do the medium one like that. So I might do Petal Pink and Crumb Cake. So let's do Petal Pink. I'm going to do the large one. Sorry, I'll put that back up where it should be so you don't see that bright spot. There we go. Do the large one in Petal Pink. Like so. Okay, and then I'll do the small one in Crumb Cake. Oops. I'm hoping my Crumb Cake will be inky enough. It so needs to be re-inked. Okay, so Crumb Cake. Yeah, like so. Got a couple of pots. Now we've got You Inspire Me. I think we might do There's Beauty in Your History. Because we could be giving this to somebody that we are amazed at the things that they have either achieved or gone through in their life. So let's do There's Beauty in Your History. All right. Now, someone tell me if I'm wrong, whether this ribbon is still available. Do we still have the Petal Pink scalloped ribbon? I'm sure we possibly should, shouldn't we? I don't know. I'm using it, but anyway, I've got some here. I'm going to use it on this card because I think it will look really, really pretty on this card. All right. Let's start assembling this card together. Hey, Janice. Lovely to see you. Yeah, so I was going to say, Cynthia, you have that option that you can put it in there and they will email you when it comes in. You just went and checked just in case. I know. And see, now I'm teasing you because I've got it and you don't. All right, so I'm going to adhere that on the inside of the card. Using my liquid glue because I like to use liquid glue. It gives me that wiggle room to be able to wiggle it around and get it exactly where I need it in my card. Okay, still available. Thank you. I'm not using retired ribbon, so that's a good thing. All right. I think I'm going to adhere that one down straight onto that layer as well, onto the card base. So I'm going to weigh that down with my block again. Probably need a bigger block this time. So as I said, once again, because it's been embossed and it's got lots of grooves, make sure you get out towards the edge of your layer. Okay, let's pop it down there like that. And I'm going to grab my big block. Just sit on top of that to let that adhere down. All right, while we're letting that take hold, we will assemble these gorgeous pots and flowers together. All right, so I'm going to wrap this ribbon around. I like to, you know me, I'm the bow lady from Bow Desert, so I like to definitely have somewhere where I'm going to put a bow. I think I'm going to put a bow over. I'm going to put my pots on like this. So I think I want my bow to be able to sit over to this side. So I'll wrap the ribbon around. This is my cheating trick. I don't wrap the ribbon around and try and tie it. I just do one end wrapped around to the other end. Okay, so we've got that. So now I'm going to pop up my, don't lose my sentiment there, I'm going to pop up my pots on dimensionals. So who's already got this set, or who was thinking I don't need this set, but now seeing how gorgeous it is with all of this gold embossing that you think you might want to get it? There. And you know me, I'm a bit of a dimensional. This is designer series paper. So because it's designer series paper, it's more flimsy than our cardstock. So I always say to people, if you're going to pop up designer series paper, really make sure that you put a lot of dimensionals on behind what you're going to pop up. You don't want it, because it is quite thin, you don't want it sagging in the middle. So I always like to make sure that I really load up the dimensionals on the back. So Christine's got it. Leslie's got it. I can tell you my scrapbooking ladies loved it yesterday. So we've got that one. Then we're going to pop up this pot. Now, because it's going to overlay the other one, I'm just going to put dimensionals on this side of it so that we can overlay it on the other pot. But what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of liquid glue to the other side so that I can adhere it to the other pot so that it keeps it nice and stable. So we'll add a little bit of liquid glue just on there. We will take our backings off. Okay, we will sit that one just there like that. Now, do you think I should put the flowers in the low pot or in the high pot? I think I want to do it. I think I want to do one in each. What do you think? Or two up in the high one? Oh, I like it in the high one. What do you think? Up in the tall pot or in the low pot? Yeah, great idea. Leslie, great idea. Leslie's saying that she's been cutting the die out in white and then layering the designer series paper on top to give it that extra thickness. Yeah, exactly, Cynthia. I mean, for scrapbooking, great for scrapbooking. Then, like if he's been to Japan, definitely. Corinne's saying the tall pot. I always think I don't need that, and then I see it demonstrated. Yeah, I know, Nicole. That's it, isn't it? Sue's saying there was room to add more dimensionals. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that "You Inspire Me" right there. One of each or top. Okay, so so we've got Anne saying tall pot, Kerry saying tall pot. So we've got 3 for the tall pot. There's like one of each, and then we could pop the Inspire there. But I still think you like the set now, Janice? Lynn said she got it as soon as she saw it. Christine's telling me that's perfect, like one in the top and one in the bottom, but I think I'm still going to go for the 2 in the top. I think I want to go still for the 2 in the top. Sue's saying tall pot. Tall pot. All right, I'm going to tie my bow while we're still thinking about that. Okay. 2 in the top says Miranda. Christine saying 2 in the top. Sentiment near the small one. Yeah. See, because once I pop my bow on here, or we could possibly put the 2 in the pot. Just the 2 in the small pot. I'm now going to try and change all your minds. No, I still think I like them up the top. I still think I like them up the top. Okay, I think the consensus is the tall pot. All right, I'm going to cut the stems off so that we can stick them in there a little bit better. Because I've got all those dimensionals in there behind, I'm actually going to stick them on dimensionals so that they're going to sit up. I wouldn't mind one just poking down in there, although that looks all right. Popping the leaves over the top. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensionals in behind them and let them sit up a little bit like that. So let's go that and that. So we'll go that one and that one. Oh, it's looking gorgeous. Okay, let's grab our... How gorgeous is that? So you inspire me. I need some little dimensionals for that one. Oh, I'm going to struggle putting these on without my take your pick tool. My thought process of where my take your pick tool is, wouldn't have a clue at this stage. Life has been a little bit busy here in the craft room. Okay, so let's you inspire me, and we will grab our... Oh, where are the glue dots? I can't find the glue dots. Ooh. Oh, there they are, on my desk. Okay, so we've got... Theo's getting very restless. He's ran in the room again like, aren't you finished yet? Okay. No, I think I'm going to pop my bow here where I was going to pop it in the first place. Now, I know that there was some gorgeous embellishments. Did I pop them in here? I thought I did. No, I had the gold embellishments that go with it, and I did pop them in here, but I thought I put it in my box with my order, but it's not there. There is some gorgeous gold embellishments that go with it. I can't showcase them to you at the moment because I don't know where I put them. I actually thought I just popped them in this box this morning because I had them. All right. Sorry, I'm struggling trying to find things where I put them. No, they're not just going to pop out and show their faces, so I can't show you them. I'm terribly sorry I can't show you them, but I thought I had them sitting right here on my desk. Who else does that? You know you've got something, and I'll find them as soon as I get off the live video. I know I will. So we're going to have to go without embellishments. Can you believe that? But there you go. Look at that. Now that was just coming together. I just was winging it. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on that gorgeous card? Now, don't you think Petal Pink is gorgeous? I love the color scheme of this set. Like, that's the thing that I think has got me in the most. It's got the cloud cover, it's got the misty moonlight, and the petal pink. And remember back when we had the changing leaves, and the changing leaves was that color scheme. I think that's probably what's got me in the most, is that fact that it's got that color scheme. So there you go. that is the video for today. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to go over to the replay of the live video. Make sure you go back to the replay, type liked and share that video over onto your social media so more people can see some of the fun. Oh, we didn't stick that bit on. Hang on, video's not over. We forgot to stick that bit on. Can you believe that I did that? I didn't stick that bit on. Were you all sitting there going, hang on, you haven't stuck the front on yet? I mean, my little sentiment just decided to pop off. Let's stick that back on a bit better. Let's put some dimensionals on the back of that, and then we will be finished. I looked down when I put the card back down on my desk, and it was like sitting, and I thought, oh, that's come unattached. Oh no, I forgot to attach it. See, you didn't want me to go just yet, did you? You thought you must have missed it? Well, yeah, well, I thought I must have missed it too because I thought I did it. So there you go. But anyway, I mean, it's just a minor thing, the main focal part, not stuck on the front. But, you know, once we do that, I was too busy worrying about where those gold embellishments went to that I can't find them. I was positive I had them right here, that I could use them tonight. But, you know, the right here just seems to totally disappear. But anyway, I will showcase them at another time. So there you go. Thank you very much for, can you see inside the gift card again? Sure. There you go, Tracy. So all I did was, and Tracy was here yesterday, and yeah, she has this set. So there you go. That gives you an idea of what you can do with that set. So a bit of embossing, using the designer series paper. So cutting the pots out of the designer series paper. There was very minimal stamping. I've just stamped the sentiment and then the two pots on the inside with the sentiment on the inside. So thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with me. And I will see you all probably Monday morning, no, Monday afternoon for a live video. I keep forgetting that I'm doing it in the afternoon. Type it in the comments and let me know whether the afternoon suits you best. I had quite a few of you on here this afternoon, so it seems like this time zone is suiting quite a few people. So thanks for hanging out with me, and have a lovely weekend.